Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for staying with us here at 4:30. I'm Trishna Began.
And I'm Casey Kantz. O.J. Simpson, the man at the center of one of the most infamous high-profile court cases of all time, has died, his family says, of cancer.
He was a man who captivated the nation in almost anything that he touched, from his days as a Buffalo Bill to evading police in his white Bronco, and then the trial of the century, where he was acquitted of murder. For many, the memories of his arrest and trial are as vivid as they were 30 years ago.
News 10 ABC's John Gray live in the studio tonight with a look back at the events that still divide Americans today. John?
Well, I remember it well. The life and now the death of O.J. Simpson conjures up feelings of, for some, love, hate, everything in between for those who followed his career, and then that epic demise. Before June of 1994, O.J. Simpson was one of the most popular people in America. A star football player at USC and the NFL. A star in Hollywood as well, with commercials and appearances in hit movies. But that all changed when his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman were found stabbed to death at his Los Angeles area home. The prime suspect, O.J. Simpson. The unthinkable made even more outrageous when Simpson fled, only to surface in the back of a white Ford Bronco. The slow-speed chase broadcast live across the country. Millions watched as people parked their cars wherever they could and ran to Simpson.
And we are approaching the area as he is just
okay, watch out. Hold up, Jeff.
Let's take a...
Jeff, hold on a second. Hold on right here. This is what police were hoping wouldn't happen.
Simpson would ultimately be charged with both murders and stand trial. The proceedings broadcast live every day. It would create as much drama as any Hollywood movie. The so-called dream team of lawyers defended him, his lead attorney uttering the immortal words after Simpson couldn't put on the gloves he allegedly used in the murders.
Remember these words. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
An estimated 100 million people worldwide watch or listen to that verdict.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson.
Reactions divided the country. Disgust for some, jubilation for others, including right here in the Capital Region.
Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder.
Told you. Simpson was convicted in a civil trial filed by the victim's family, spent 9 years in prison for a kidnapping and armed robbery charge for a whole different thing. He even wrote a book that he called If I Did It, Confessions of the Killer, cementing his controversial status. And worth noting, I looked this up, Casey and Trishna, right after the verdict, the country was split in all the polls 50-50 if he did it or didn't do it. A poll by Wall Street Journal 5 years ago, 69% now believe he was guilty of those murders. Casey.
Unbelievable. So many memories there. John Gray in the studio tonight. And the question for many now, will O.J. Simpson's brain be tested for CTE? Back in 2018, Simpson expressed his concerns that he may have the degenerative brain disease. CTE is something that can only be diagnosed after a person dies. It is often found in athletes involved in high-contact sports such as football. Right now, it's not clear if Simpson's brain will be tested.